Okay, this is my DirectX program. All it does is draw 10 cubes, which is just one cube drawn 10 times in a circle. It's just a basic DirectX test. I don't really know anything about DirectX, but this is the first program I managed to come up with. This is the result of it. I'm going to show the actual program in a minute. Okay, so click on it, change from solid. By the way, there's no light and there's no material yet. This is just solid colors. Okay, wireframe solid, wireframe solid, wireframe solid. Okay, now this is the text for the window, for the program. Okay, we got the basic Windows program, includes Windows.h. Down here, we have Window Pro, the main, the window class name, window name, just the basics, register class, create window, beep message, and basically the message loop, and with the window pro. I said so that you can respond to message win button down, win button up. You change your render set from wireframe to solid. I'm gonna have to change these things, but for now it's good enough for now. Okay, back to the DirectX. Okay, we have the DirectX library is D3D9 is the basic include file for DirectX. Post library, pragma command include library, and D3D9X library. But this is important for extra functions like the matrix functions. If you don't know, if you want to do rotations and stuff, you need to this one. But in my case, I can't really figure out how to incorporate it into the Visual C. I'm having trouble with that. So I have to include the entire path right here. It's not a problem, just an annoyance. Okay, we have the entire path right here. And the path to the library. If you're making a program, this will be different. And then the system, that's for the clock. You need a clock to the animation. If you don't have a clock when doing animation, you must have problems with it. So everything will go at different speeds if you don't use a clock. Okay, a basic DirectX program, you need Direct3D9. Direct3D9, that's the basic Direct3D device, and Direct3D9 device. The Direct3D9 system and the Direct3D9 device, those are two separate things. If you want to make a DirectX program, you need those two. Vertex buffer, if you in a more full program you have several vertex buffers, but here we have just one, so we have GBA vertex buffer. So that custom vertex, you should know what that is. And those are macros, those are basic definitions I have for wireframe and solid. I should probably use the wireframe and solid, the DirectX definitions, but for now that's good enough. Okay, so a few colors I have defined, red, so I don't have to use numbers for colors. Okay, that's our custom vertex. For different things will be different, but for now X, Y, Z, and diffuse color. Color is just diffuse. Okay, as defined here, DFX diffuse. Okay, so that the key vertices. Each one represents the face. Each three vertices represents one triangle. So one drawing 3D you need triangle. So these are the vertex faces. Okay, that's for the clock here. Elapsed time, current time, last time. This so we can measure how much time has passed. That's the render state variable. Okay, I need camera. For this one, basically, it's just to set up the view matrix. This is the view matrix. You're setting up a view matrix so that you can see where we are in the 3D world. The view matrix sets up as a particular location. If we're in one place and look at a specific point, if we're somewhere specific and we look at a specific point, that's the view vector. Okay, where are we? That's the point that we're looking at. That's complicated stuff. We're not going into it right now. That's our perspective. That's also important, but it's set up how the camera looks, the focus of the camera. Okay, set transform projection matrix. We're gonna go faster. So this will initialize a cube vertices. I could create the vertex buffer object. By the way, the vertex buffer object is a COM object, so we create it and then we load our vertex information into it. lock it first, and then copy your vertex information into it. What's next? Okay, this to draw the cubes. First up, we set up we find out how much time has passed since the last frame. Then rotate according to how much time has passed. For end state, we set the render state from wireframe to solid, depending on what the render state is that we saw it before. Next, we set to stream source. For each object you're going to draw, you have to select which vertex buffer you're using. This here we only have one vertex buffer, so we select this one. So we set the FVF. If we're drawing multiple objects, we have to call this for every object we're drawing. Okay, that's the matrix transformation. First here, step one that we do, we take the cube and we move it up by 5 units, and then we rotate it by 5 units. Set up a translation matrix and a rotation matrix. Move it up by 5 units, and then rotate by 360 divided by 10. So that we have 10 objects spread up over 360 degrees. 360 times 1, 360 times 2, 360 times 3, 360 times 4, 360 times 5, and so on. And then we multiply the two matrices together, the translation matrix and the rotation matrix. After we moved it, we rotated it so that we have one single circle of cubes. Second, we'll create a rotation matrix that rotates the entire thing. First, we have a single object made up of 10 cubes that are rotated around the circle. Then we rotate the entire circle. That's why you have a second rotation matrix here, other than the first one. And we multiply it together into the world matrix, and it's set transformed into the Direct3D device. Then we draw the primitives. So we'll draw all the points as triangles, a triangle list. Each 3 point represents a triangle, so we have a triangle list. Okay, now we're into basic Direct3D create. Create the Direct3D device, create the Direct3D system according to the SDK version, the display mode. These are basic, you should know what those are. And set up the parameters, put the represent parameters, and create a device. Here we create a device with the basic stuff, window, P3D device, and all that stuff, and set to end, and we turn off the lights. Very important to turn off the lights. If you don't turn off the lights, then you're not gonna see anything. Because once you activate lighting, then the system settings change completely, and you have start having different things. And if you don't have lights set up and material set up, turning up lights is a very complicated thing. So don't do it. Turn off the lights unless you're doing everything about lighting. So we animate the camera, that's setting up our view camera, and we create the cubes. That's the simple part. We create our cubes. The render thing, we clear the screen, begin scene, then draw cube, then draw the cube as presented previously, and then we end the scene and present. This clears the back buffer, begins the scene, draws the scene, and then presents the back buffer as the front buffer, so that everything draws. Now we close. We delete our vertex buffer. If we had several vertex buffers, we have to delete each one of them one by one, and we release the Direct3D device, and then we release the. Okay, this is the final result of the program. As you can see, it just draws the cubes in a circle. By the way, it is rotating around the z-axis first, and then rotating everything, so that the rotation is much faster on the circle axis. Okay, so we have wireframe, solid, wireframe, solid. So that's for the basics. Next time we're going to try to do something more complicated, but for now it's good enough. For our first time, this is pretty good. Okay. Bye.